Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Lichdom, Battlemage. We're hanging out in the Wild West, apparently. We're in a rocky, deserty town, and I'm in this little alcove here that I kind of ducked into hastily at the end of the last video. So, I've been thinking about my spells. There is a chance. I'm not going to do this right now, but there's a chance that I might want to take our fire spells here, which are pretty flippin' sweet, I have to admit. Like this one right here consumes up to 540% mastery on a critical hit. Whereas if I go look at our standard lightning spell, only 240% mastery. So fire is scaling much better with mastery than lightning is. And it's something that I've noticed and I've pointed out and I've talked about, you know, to death in the last couple of videos, I'm sure. But I think I might want to start tearing this spell apart, because we can do that. We can go to... I'd have to unequip it first, right? Yes. So we just stick something in there. Panic Flame Strike of Barking. Go back to Deconstruct. Stick this in here. We can see these are the three pieces that it's made up of. I can pick one of them and keep that one. So we can look at these and see. I don't know which one I would want to pull out. Like, I could in theory pull stuff out of this, or pull stuff out of our Fire Rain here. I would lose the other spell components. Like, I would lose, if I pulled out one of the augments from this one, say, I would lose the actual spell shape, the unique red Flame Strike thing. So, I don't know that I want to do that. I might. It's an option. I really am not happy with how my lightning is performing. I like that it arcs from enemy to enemy. It's fantastic for crowd control, but it is just atrocious when it comes to single target damage. Which means that I have a really hard time fighting off, like, these lieutenants. You're seething. Why are you seething? Don't do that. And I just heard something else spawn. Yep, archers, of course. Oh, not good. I'm mostly worried about the archers. There we go. Okay. Oh. I forgot that you can do that. Silly me. How dare I forget that. Okay. We're gonna actually turn you into something useful then. You can just hang out there for a moment. You can hang out. You can hang out. Just kind of relax for a bit. Can we get some control bugs, please? No, I can't. Of course not. That would be way too much to ask for. Oh, that worked. There, see, now we get control bugs for killing the last enemy. Game, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm not super satisfied with the damage being dealt by our lightning spells. No, we can't electrocute the cactus. That also makes me sad. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm just gonna kind of soldier through, stick with lightning. Probably not gonna bother actually upgrading it. I feel like we're getting fairly close to another reliquary. So we'll see what that gives us. We can get necromancy and check that out, or we will have some other option that we don't know of yet. And that's kind of exciting.
It has such promise, doesn't it?
Hadara.
We need a source of life. We cannot sustain ourselves forever, my love.
There is sustenance here. The water, the people, everything is ours. We need only...
Take hold.
Yeah, there's really something fishy about those two. I'm guessing that, like, they're not human, they're demons, or they're undead, or something. I don't even know what at this point. Okay. Well, that answered the question I was about to ask, of which way should we be going. Is this gonna lead... Excuse me. Ooh. It's early in the morning for me, so... Pardon me if I'm having more trouble with my words than usual. I was about to ask, is this gonna lead off to... like one of those little loot rooms? Doesn't look like it is, though. Okay, let's... Here. We need something to help here. Thank you. Those two are dealt with for the time being. Let's deal with this one. I've learned, by the way, that force attacks or kinesis attacks will just block enemy shots. So I can use that to chain lightning them all to death. Look at that. I can use things like my ray here. If I'm pointing it right at an enemy archer, I can use this to just eat up their bolts so that they can't hit me. It's actually really fantastic. I've kind of discovered that on accident just as we've been playing here. But I'm super happy with that. It actually makes the spell a whole lot more useful. And I don't know if it's any ray attack can do that, or if it's any kinesis attack can do that, or what combination of things lets me do that, but this lets me eat up enemy shots sometimes. Okie dokie. I guess we're going inside?
Find anything useful?
No, it just reminded me of better times. Anyway, did you see that last echo?
Is it the twins or the other dragon?
The latter. I'm glad they made it this far, and I hope they did some damage.
They took about a dozen residents from this part of town, mostly young and healthy sorts. Pity they weren't going after the old and fat. Rather toad-like fellow says I owe him money.
Let's save Zasad. Then we'll worry about your debts.
I assume you recommend a visceral solution. Poaching some cultist brains in their own juices, perhaps?
You know me so well.
Interesting. So the other dragon also made it this far. So I'm really curious as to what happened to them. Okay, the game's giving me lots of items right now. I appreciate the sentiment. It worries me somewhat, though. We have a shield orb here. We haven't actually gone through our journal in a while. Let's do that. We picked up all sorts of nonsense here in Zasad. I don't know why. Old Drivasair, Shax's Lodge keep popping up as things we haven't looked at. So we haven't looked at anything in Zasad here yet, so I'm just going to start at the bottom, we're going to work our way up. So, Zasad. I need to find out more about Shax's children. If they're anything like him, I won't like what I find. According to Roth, there's some really ugly stuff. Trying to make Daddy proud, I guess. I'll know more once the Griffin scouts the place. He's pretty useful, especially now that he's dropped some of that tough guy routine. So, Griffin's Eyes, Zasad 1. I'd hoped to come home when my business was done. I'm considerably less delighted to come home on business, especially now that my, well, our business is exterminating the wicked. I have to admit, my partner's something of a directed cataclysm walking on two legs. Given that we're starting an occupational force, in the proverbial face, or we're staring an occupational force in the proverbial face, she's exactly what we need. Armies of the undead, trampling our homeland, endangering our families. It makes me sick. But armies need a chain of command. And I'll find just the heads in charge, so she can leave them bouncing in the dust. Kind of cool. A little note from the Griffin's perspective. Trodden upon love letter. My angel of sin, beloved of Malthus, I pray you accept my worship. You rule my every thought by day and night. I can see nothing but your face and form. Sometimes I dare to imagine mounting the throne beside you, coming closer to you than even your twin might. I would be content to lie a slave at your feet, yet I cannot keep myself from dreaming of more. That's a shame. You should have carved those dreams from your skull rather than imagine yourself replacing me. So it was a love letter to one of the two twins, and the other twin found it, and then apparently killed that person. So there's a weird thing going on here. Anyway, fatherly advice. My children, I was so proud to hear the reports of victory. I admit that when I placed you in charge of the legions and told you to take Zasad, I felt worry gnaw at my stomach. I knew you were strong, and that your power over life and death was great, but some base part of me feared that you were not yet ready for command. Now I feel nothing but satisfaction. I encourage you to leave your mark on this land. Build something beautiful, something worthy of the two of you. I look forward to visiting you soon. Father. Aw, how sweet. Depredations. So, the more I learn, the worse everything gets. Hidaro and Hidira killed everyone and used their bodies to expand Shax's army. Zasad is lost. It is nothing but an empty waste, just undead and sand. The twins drained all the water to supply their personal oasis. The Griffin's going to try and find out how. If anyone can, it's him. Oh yes, that's right, he mentioned that. That they'd done something to drain the water, and we don't know how. So we suspect it might be from the reliquary. Desperation. Kandra, get your things together, and quietly. The streams are gone, and even the wells are drying out. We have to find somewhere safe. Don't tell anyone. You know someone will report it. Someone will report it to the governors. We'll leave on the next full moon. So just folks in town trying to escape from the evil twins. Fatherly advice. Letter 2. Oh, excuse me, just need to get a drink there. Children, I was rather disturbed to hear that you have been losing strength. I told you not to overexert yourselves. You have deep reservoirs of power within you, but they are not inexhaustible. Remember the works of Barbastus. Draw life through water. The blood carries life as easily as the stream carries the leaf. A fertile land such as Zasad can sustain you indefinitely, as long as you are disciplined. Father. Yeah, I suspect that disciplined is not on the list of words we should use to describe the twins and their personalities. Interesting. I wonder what their power is. Oh, hello. Almost walked over the edge there.
Heaven knows my family's a pack of gilded leeches, draining the lifeblood out of commoners. But these twins put my relatives to shame.
Well, lucky for me, you turned out different. Do you think they've sold out to the twins?
They're vermin, villains. They're likely cowering somewhere, hoping someone else will take care of this invasion for them.
That is the plan.
It's nice to have a little bit more context about what's going on in here. I probably should have read those notes earlier, but that's okay. Oh, hello. Reflective? No, here, you just gonna hang out there, please? Yeah, see? 8th crossbow shot. Pretty fantastic. Stay away from the volatile one, I was about to say. Was that like... Oh, I wonder if my bugs attacked the reflective one, and that's what just killed me. That's a new spell that I'm not... Or a new modifier that I'm not super happy about. Let's go back here. There was a shield recharge thingy. It's just right out here. So we got 1 bar back. That's better than nothing. Maybe see what's down here. Did this all used to be water? Like, is that what they've been kind of implying here? That this used to be water and the twins drained it all somehow? Yeah, it looks like that was a well right there with all the buckets on the big old pulley system thing. Huh. I just want a reliquary. Like, that's really the only thing that I care about right now. You three can just kind of back off. No, I didn't even have to do anything. Parasites burst on their own. That's always fun when that happens. Okay, alright, that actually didn't go so bad. That could have gone a lot worse. Oh boy, yep. It's been a while since we've encountered one of these intact. Can't do anything meaningful with any of those. Can break this though. Is this like a sarcophagus? Has like harpies or something on it. Whatever. Let's get one of you down. Let's start that and get one of these down. So only 2 enemies right now. Let's just give them a couple seconds and make sure that we're loaded up on bugs here. And get some parasites for the next wave. Oh, hello. You're out. Oh, I want that lightning apocalyptical. Yes! Yes! Oh, it's so good. I'm just gonna do this forever. Don't mind me. Lightning bolts forever. On the chain. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Boy, I go on such a power trip when I get the lightning apocalyptical. It is fantastic. It's so quick. Like, it is just so unbelievably quick to just crank those out. I can see now why it would be really important to actually raise your critical hit chance with lightning. Because having a really high crit chance means that you can more often crit when you're just blasting those quick fire or lightning balls. Lightning bolts. How about that? Not lightning balls. These are lightning balls. I wouldn't have to actually charge up my apocalyptical. I could just shoot it out and often get critical hits. That would be pretty sweet. What do we have back over here? Get the rest of our shield restored. That's fantastic. Yep, looks like more waterless area. Oh, I hear you. Where are you? Oh yeah, lightning. Oh, but they're all dead. That makes me sad. The lightning apocalyptical can't, like, be stored up and saved for later, like the other ones can. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that worked out. I did at least get to fry something. Oh, what do you know? Here, have some lightning. I love the thunder noise that it makes when I shoot that lightning bolt. I hear something. Oh, you're up there. Seriously, can I not hit you from here? Judging by the smoke coming from that, I'm assuming you're dead. Awesome. Get another scroll here. Sure, we'll check it out. Why not? Oh, Griffin's Eyes, Part 2. Well, Talmas is still largely intact. We've started cutting down the occupying squads, of course. The fields are already starting to fill up with vultures, but it seems that the twins, whoever these wretches may be, haven't been slaughtering people left and right like Shax had been. They've just been culling, a few at a time, for equally despicable reasons. Everyone's lying low right now. Even my own pestilential relatives aren't bothering to come out and demand their cut of the market proceeds. All my life, I took the pleasant ideal of the Talmas Bazaar for granted. Now, there's work to do if I hope to ever enjoy it again. This is the former Griffin, before me and Troy Baker. I believe. I'm fairly certain, because he was mentioning that his family was nobles in this area. Oh boy, one of these. Oh. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't have a very good track record with these. We'll go for it, I suppose. Might as well. Okay. What do we have here? Pits of Death, of course. Wouldn't be a loot room challenge thing if it wasn't filled with death pits that I'm going to accidentally stumble into. I just know it. So first room, relatively straightforward. Not a lot of cover, not a lot of stuff to hide behind. Oh, this one at least has the statue-y thing here. Sorry, just kind of getting the lay of the land, getting a feel for it, so I kind of know a little bit of strategy here. I'll also take that. Thank you very much. Alright, and then room 3 has the pit of death in the center of it. That is going to be a bit of an issue. We have 4 rooms? Oh my gosh. We do, we have 4 rooms here. Look at all that treasure. I want the gold coins. Like, the hell with these stupid little shield restoration orbs. Although, actually, I'm probably going to need to use that. Okay, so this room seems way more fun than the other ones. I like the layout. Room 3 has the pit of death in the middle. And then 1 and 2 were just standard. 2 has, like, almost no cover. And 1, I think, had a couple of these columns in here? Yeah. Okay. Alright. I could dig it. Ha! And of course, the trap doesn't fire because... this guy had a shield. Alright, we have a bug apocalyptical, so that's good. We have our mastery hive, which will also help out a little bit, I think. If nothing else, the hive is really awesome for just, like, pinging the shields off of these creatures. So I don't have to waste an attack doing that myself. Okie dokie. Room 1 dealt with. Let's get our bug apocalyptical ready here. We'll do that. So killing the archer will give us some control bugs, I think. Oh, nice. We got another apocalyptical. Where are you going? You hang out. Okay. Quick and easy waves, though. I like this. We'll see how long this lasts, of course. This one I gotta actually be kind of careful, because I don't want to fall down that pit. That would be bad, I think. Huh, another bug apocalyptical. You're dead. You gave me another hive. Thank you for that. It is greatly appreciated. Alright, easy peasy so far. I don't want to jinx it. We're probably going to have like a lieutenant or a mini-boss or something in this next room here. And that kind of frightens me. Alright, let's, I don't have any waiting apocalypticals this time, of course, but let's maybe get a trap set up there. Hit that, and then we'll get a pull down for some control bugs. Oh, and you froze me. That's not cool. What can we hit with our beam? My bugs put a couple of enemies in stasis, it looked like. Which is quite appreciated. What's still alive? A whole bunch of skeletons. That was it! Holy moly! That was, like, super not difficult at all. Alright, let's, get back at it, shall we? I would love to find a checkpoint so I could wrap this video up. I hope there's one not too far ahead here. I think that was our
Shame you can't move along the
Griffin.
rooftops. You can smell water and flowers up here. The oasis must be close.
Must be nice for you.
Griffin. We go... Ah, we can go through. Ha! Another rift.
Please, mistress, show mercy. We're desperate. No water means no crops.
Crops don't interest me, fool. That water,
Keeps us and the oasis.
beautiful. Oh, Hadaro, these little people will never.
Understand.
It's bad enough some horrible bandits are.
Murdering our loyal guards.
Now the rabble plague us.
With their tiresome little problems.
I'm really curious as to what happened to the previous dragon and griffin. Ha! What do you know? So we found another checkpoint. Just gonna poke my head up here and look. It looks like it's gonna be a fight in that area, if I had to guess. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. I'm gonna hide back here in this little corner. We're gonna be all nice and safe here. Thank you all for joining me. And, as always, may the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you.